Well, well, well. Hello, my classy people. Wayne Bolden. I'm here at the Speed King channel. It is hump day. It is Wednesday, y'all, as we move towards the old Virginia Derby and Virginia Oaks on this upcoming Saturday for sure in beautiful New Kent, Virginia. But before we do, as always, going to ask that you subscribe to our channel if you haven't. And of course, as always, join our membership, a great way to show your support for us. And remember, tip sheets will be available for Colonial Down and any other track that you want. Just email us at speedking24@yahoo.com. They're $20 for a full card for any one racetrack. And we have an all stakes tip sheet, which is also $20. Again, great way to support us. All the money goes back into our studio so we could continue to bring you our content. Well, of course, this is a Derby prep race, the Virginia Derby, over there at beautiful Colonial Downs. And what a strange racetrack. I mean, something's weird with that surface. I don't play there a whole bunch, but, you know, it is on the East Coast and not far from me. I'm in Jersey, they're in Virginia. So, but race number 9 on the card, the race right after the Virginia Oaks. Go and watch that video as well. But the Virginia Derby, race number 9 on the card, is a Derby prep race. 50 points, 25, 15, 10, and 5 like that. Everybody's Derby dreaming and trying to get into the first Saturday of May. Contest for sure. A mile and an eighth, y'all. We're going a little bit further now, and it's 500,000. We got a full field of 10. This don't take long, okay? The question is always for me, who in any race, not just these type of races, any race, who are you willing to take at what odds, right? You're always, or at least I'm always looking for horses where their odds are longer than their chances on winning. And when you start to look at some of these stake races, it doesn't have to be a Derby prep, but any of them. Well, the first 2 or 3 contenders in the race, obviously they're national horses, right? Because don't forget that 20% of the trainers win all the races. What races? The ones that are important. So again, you know, I mean, what are we doing here, right? So in this year's Virginia Derby, there's a field of 10. And from where I sit, there's 5 horses in here, half the field, that I don't see as a winner or I couldn't back as a winner. So that's the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. So once I get that out of the way, it only leaves me with 5 horses, right? So I don't believe the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10, from where I sit, I would be willing to back them. So I throw them out in the win hole. If you like any of those and want to use them underneath in verticals, that's fine. So again, it makes the way that I approach races from my database right here and my speed figures and the things that I do, well, I'm down to a field of 5. And then obviously, who are the 2 top contenders in the race, which are national horses? So the number 3 horse, which is the number 2 horse, which is John Hancock, obviously trained by Brad Cox, and you know is undefeated, is 3-1 on the morning line. And the other favorite in the race is the morning line favorite, a Getaway Car, the number 6 at 9-5. So of the 5 remaining horses that I see, who are the 2 horses? Obviously, based on what they are going in, you have to beat. Okay, which would be the number 6, of course, Getaway Car, who's 9-5 on his way to 7-5, trained by Bob Baffert. That don't help your odds. Irad Ortiz is in the odds. That doesn't help your odds. Well, again, the horse is bred beautifully by Curlin, and you know, he's going to get all the attention, the number 6 horse. So he's 9-5 on the morning line on his way to 7-5. Okay, we get it, right? And the number 2 horse, John Hancock, well, the horse is undefeated, right? And it's Brad Cox and his band of merry horses. Mike Smith is on the horse. Now, Flavian Pratt rode this horse last time in a stake race at Tampa, which was the Sam F. Davis, and won the race. But Flavian Pratt decided to get off this horse and go and ride another horse in here. Where is Flavian? Is Flavian in here? You know, no, Flavian's not in here. So again, the 2 and 6 of the 5 I have left are the favorites. So I'm not telling you nothing that you don't already know. Obviously, these horses are talented. The favorite and co-favorite, the 6 and the 2 respectively, and looking to earn more points. I don't know how many each of them have, but again, the horse is to beat. So I'm always looking for some value where of the last 3 horses that's in the race where their odds are longer than their chances to win. So that's how I end up on a long shot in this race, right? Now remember what I said. To me, the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10, I have no reason to bet them on top. Underneath, exactas and tries, okay. So they're not being considered. I already know about the 2 favorites, John Hancock, the number 2 horse, Brad Cox, and his band of merry horses. And the 6 horse, Bob Baffert. I'm not a big fan, but, you know, even though he did Authentic the right way. Again, so the 2 and 6 is obvious. But there's a sneaky good horse in here where I think the odds are longer than his chances on winning of the 5 that are remaining that I see, right? Obviously, we have to beat the 2 favorites, but I'm not getting nothing for them anyway, right? They're going to be 7-5 and 8-5 or 9-5, right? So I want to give you my top pick. I'm going to land on Mike Maker's horse here, my long shot play in the race, and my top pick, right? Calling card. No, he didn't just come up in here with a calling card horse. Yeah, I did. Oh, money making Mike Maker making plenty of money. Well, Mikey Maker is in the house, y'all. Calling card is 15-1 on the morning line with the shortest trip around the track. Love the pace numbers on this one. They're even. Speed figures are only a stone throw away from the top 2 contenders, and I'm getting 15-1. You don't need me to give you getaway car. You look up on the tote board, everybody gonna be betting them. You don't need me to give you John Hancock, it's Brad Cox and his band of merry horses. So you don't need me to give you the 2 favorites. That's Captain Obvious. But I believe Mike Maker might be sitting on a little bit of something here, y'all. You know, the number 1 horse is 15-1, calling card, beautiful pace numbers, on the improve if you ask me. And again, he's got his boy Machado in the arms, right? Lon Machado, young kid, right? This rider is a good young rider. Had a little trouble with easing up on horses to the wire a month or so ago, and he's got some trouble there. But this is a good young rider, and this kid's got some graded races to his name, right? None bigger than the horse he used to ride called Next, right? So again, to me, Mike Maker is 15-1 with calling card. The horse is by complexity. For sure, on the back end, grandsire is Tiz Now. That's right, the 2-time or 3-time Breeders' Cup Classic winner, Tiz Now, right? And again, 3 Diamonds Farms is the owner, right? And Mike Maker is awfully good, y'all, particularly on the turf, right? Hey, listen, man, I don't put nothing by Mike Maker, right? And to me, this one started out on the turf as a 2-year-old, ran 2 races. Broke his maiden at Aqueduct back in November with Joel Rosario, Mr. Rolex in the arms. Came back in the allowance and ran 3rd by 7 to Sandman. No, you didn't. I just said Sandman. That's Mark Cassidy and company in the DJ Stables. Wait for the Arkansas Derby. We'll talk more about the Sandman in 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying to you. But anyway, in that allowance race on December 13th, hey, calling card didn't disgrace. He was 9-5 that day. He was mid-pack. He was 4-5 wide in the far turn and didn't get the best of trip with Vasquez in the arm. They turned the horse out on December 13th, brought him back in 21 and 36 days, and went into the LeCompte grade 3, right? And the horse had a little problem, inch cleared a little bit, and was breaking from the 5 post. I thought he got shuffled that day for sure, but he didn't run that very well, right, on his first race as a 3-year-old. They roll him back in 42 days in the Gotham grade 3. So his 2 3-year-old races in January and March was both the grade 3 LeCompte and the grade 3 Gotham. Now granted, he didn't run a step in either one of those races in terms of where he finished, but as far as I'm concerned, he still improved. See, people look at post position, look at where they finished, but the horse could still improve and finish 8th or finish 5th. right? You know, because he finished first or second, or, you know, people's like, oh, he must be good. That's not necessarily true. So to me, pound for pound, Mike Maker rolled this one back after giving him 2 races in Grade 3 company in the Lecompton, January 18th, right back March 1st in the Gotham. Flood Zone won that race. Sand Devil ran 3rd in the Gotham. And again, he did run 3rd to Sandman, who I got a big opinion about. And I hope Sandman show up in the Arkansas Derby in 2 weeks. You'll hear me banging on Mark Cassidy and the DJ stable for sure. Right? So to me, the horse is going to get a beautiful trip. I love the jock change, right? Camuch was on him last time, but Machado is up today. This is a very good young rider. He's got about 6 years in. His best year was last year, winning over $5 or $6 million. Rode greatest stake races before. Next was his biggest horse for sure, winning 4 or 5 or 6 stake races, graded races with him. So to me, with the even pace number and this one on the move forward with his speed figures, you know, pound for pound, why not? I know who the horses is in here to be. Obviously, Getaway Car, the number 6 and the number 2. I already threw 5 out, the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10. I don't think they can win. So my top pick here is going to be the Longshot calling card. I'm going to look for Mike Maker changing to the young rider Machado to do some work here for sure, y'all. Sneaky, sneaky good. 15-1's nice price. I don't want to be Captain Obvious in here. I'm going to take the 1 horse as my long shot play and my top pick. My second pick, well, you don't have to look far, of course. I'm going to take the horse right outside of calling card, the number 2. Of course, the Brad Cox undefeated. Mikey Smith is in the arms, 2 for 2. This one lacks a little experience. Broke her maiden in January. Came back in Tampa, won a stake race to Sam F. Davis, right? And now back in 5 weeks, 35 days. Yeah, this is a very, very nice horse. Going to get to the top and could control this race gate to wire, the number 2, right? Big time win contender in this spot. 3-1 looks like a little bit of an overlay on John Hancock because speed is king. And it looks like he's going to get to the top. Now, there's some other speed in here that may press him, because that's their only chance. But if they let the number 2 horse go and bound on the lead, they're all going to be in a bunch of trouble. Okay, I do like John Hancock to go very, very far here, y'all, and he's getting an inside post, and he will be saving ground. So again, you know, ground loss is the enemy to horse racing, and when you can save ground and other people got to go 2, 3, 4 wide, you got to be that much better to get by them. So the number 2 to me is the horse truly in the race to beat. That's our second pick, and to us, a strong, strong win contender, right? 3-1's not a bad price on a horse that's going to be bounding on the lead for 3/4 of the race. For sure. Don't be leaving him off your ticket. Our third pick, well, you got to take Bob Baffert's horse. I'm not a big fan. He's going to be sitting 3rd or 4th for sure. Got Irad. He's going to be aggressive. The horse is by Curlin, who I'm a big, big fan of, that sire. And, of course, this horse has 3 wins from 7 starts in 2 seconds. So the 3rd horse here at a short 9-5 morning line on his way to 7-5. 6, Getaway Car. Whatever. Right? And we're going to round it out, our superfecta, with the number 5 at 15-1. Studley Do-Right. Well, I love the pace numbers on this one. Reminds me of the 1 horse calling card. Love the pace numbers on this one. 15-1 is not hard to use. The number 5 horse Studley Do-Right. Speed figures are pretty good on this one as well. J. Rob, and you got the X-Man in the odds, right? Hey, throw the number 5 horse for a great value in your tries and exactors underneath. So there it is in the Virginia Derby. I gave you what I thought. I thought the 3, 4, 8, 9, and 10 could, in my opinion, couldn't win this. Not couldn't win the race that day. Nothing I would bet. No reason I would think they could win this race. And obviously the 2 favorites in here, everybody knows about that. My top pick is the number 1 calling card, the Longshot. So we're going to go 1, 2, 6, 5, just like that. Go ahead and push the box button, because we have two 15-1s in our top 4 picks, none being bigger than the number 1 horse, our top pick, and Longshot upsetter. Calling card, the money making Mike Maker making plenty of money. That's what the Speed King likes in the Virginia Derby. I'm going to play some doubles from the Virginia Oaks over to race number 9, the Derby. race 8 and 9. Yeah, you know, go see what I like over there. Go look at that video. Stay classy, y'all, and all that you do. I'm putting my things on Money Making Mike. Making plenty money. Do what you do, Mike. And I love that rider, boy. That kid can ride. You know, maybe a little immature. You know, he's young. I mean, have you ever been 20, 21 years old? Hello, right? So again, love the kid on the one horse. Going to be an up and coming star, just like Christian Torres, for sure. Stay classy, y'all.